Yeah, they call me Fred, and my mob I've found out recently is from the Wiradjuri country, which is out west of New South Wales. I was adopted when I was about 3 days old into a beautiful white family. They had two daughters to themselves, and then they adopted a little Aborigine boy, me, and 2 years later they decided to do that again. They've got another little Aborigine boy adopted in. And I asked my dad, what'd you do that for? And he said, so could get it right the second time. But no, growing up was really good. It was. When I was about 4 or 5 years old in kindergarten, one of the kids asked me, how come your skin's dark and your mum's white? Which back then, I had to start asking questions, didn't I? And my adoptive parents have told me everything that they knew. And because the old man worked with the schools and stuff, we had holidays all the time, and we just flipped a coin and took off and found out where we went when we got there. And we'd be campfires every night and cooking all the time, pretty much being self-sufficient. So I've kept all that knowledge in my head, and pretty much just changed it over into bush tucker cooking. Basically, I had the idea over 20 years ago to maybe make that sausage sandwich into a kangaroo sausage sandwich for everyone's backyard barbecue. So that was a long time ago, and I guess everyone would know that not many people wanted to know about Aborigines back then. But these days everyone wants to know about us. So I was looking for work. I still had this idea in my head. I said to myself, I'm going to do it. Why not? So I took my little barbecue out to the markets with some kangaroo and some crocodile, bit of calamari, and never looked back from there, really. And now I get to work with fellas like you. Now I've worked with SLM now for 4 or 5 years, I think, both here at Elizabeth Farm and out at Vaucluse House. And I love just meeting all the people, seeing them interested in bush tucker, and especially giving them the knowledge to take it away themselves. So what are some common questions people ask me? First one, who's your mob, where you're from? And the second thing is, can we do this at home ourselves? And I go, of course you can. If I can do it, you can do it. Because if they have a look around here, there's all sorts of plenty of bush tucker in it right here. This is our supermarket. Biggest challenges in the business would be, in the beginning, because no one else had a business like this, I was wondering who to go to, where to source products from, or even if the idea was going to work, whether people were going to accept it. So that was one of the toughest things. And the other things I've learnt out of it is try not to say no. Because you don't know if you can do it until you do it. I had an example where people would come up to me at the markets and say, can you do this, can you do that? And I go, yep, I can do that. One example was a lady rang up and asked me if I could cook some doughboys on sticks, like little dampers, on the open fire. I went, yep, I can do that. Mind you, I haven't done it since I was about 5 years old. I went, yep, I can do that. Then her next question was, can you do it for 100 kids? I went, yep, I can do that too. And I did. That was very, very successful, having all the kids lined around the fire with their sticks sticks in there, cooking their bread up. It was a fantastic night, and we've gone back every year since. Key highlights. Well, having my first child, that was a pretty good highlight of mine. And starting the business up was another good highlight. And another major highlight is about 12 months ago, I took the step to actually try to find my natural parents. And although I have been looking for 50 years, and I found them. I found my mum. So that's another highlight. I've had more highlights than lowlights, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, if you're going to embark on that journey, then don't stop. Don't look back. Always look forward, because it will be a journey. There might not be some things you like about it, but there'll be a lot of things that you will like. But the worst thing is, if you don't, you're never going to know, and you're going to die wondering. And that's no good for anybody, is it? The main goal of mine, like I said, is to just open people's eyes up about Bush Tucker and the Aboriginal culture and everything that goes with it. A goal of mine would be to go out of business because everyone else is doing Bush Tucker. Whether it's other companies or everyone's putting it on their plate at home. That's the legacy I want to leave. And to teach the kids along the way so that they can remember as well, just like we remember when we were kids, and bring it through. If I can impart my knowledge somehow to someone else, and it gets taken down the line after that. An old elder said to me once that you have to give away your knowledge to keep it, and I've really taken that on board. Things to carry forward for young kids these days is to listen to your elders, because we had to listen to ours, they listened to their elders, and that's how our culture has lasted for the last 60, 80,000 years or longer. So listen to your elders, remember the knowledge that's been passed down to you, because if someone doesn't give away their knowledge, then it won't get kept. Because one day you're going to be an elder and you're going to have kids listening to you. And the journey goes on. So that's what you need to do.